Hey, this is Mike from Inputflow, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can add custom success messages to your multi-step forms that you've created with Inputflow. And the advantage of these custom success messages is that you have a little more control over them than the default Webflow success message. So right here I have a multi-step form which was created with Inputflow, and it's a pizza delivery or pizza order form. And here in the navigator on the left, you can see all of the different form steps are below each other. So a typical multi-step form setup. So here you can see all of the different steps below each other. And then here we have the final step called what's the delivery address. And once the website visitor enters the delivery address and submits the form, then Webflow switches the form state from normal to success. And then this success message is shown. Thanks for your order, and then whatever the first name is, and then a message. And this all happens with the default Webflow success message. However, in some cases, you might want to have a custom success message that is not bound to the limits of this success element. For example, this success element, you cannot change the display settings and things like that. So with a custom success message, you just have a few more options. And it's actually quite easy to add a custom success message with Inputflow. And the way you do it is you just add another step to your form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a div block with the quick finder inside of this form and also give it the class of order form step. So now you can see this is the last step. And then I can just take all of the content of the success step, the heading, the spacer, the subtitle, and the price, and just copy it over to this final step. So I'm just going to copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, and copy, paste. So now all of the elements are in this new step. And when I select the form, go to the settings panel and switch the state back to normal, you can see below the what's delivery address, we now have this success step. And this success step includes exactly what our success message included. And we can now use this as a custom success message and enjoy full design control. Now, in order for this to work, we have to open the Inputflow app. So I'm quickly going to open and launch the app. And then I have to select, first of all, the final step, this success step, and turn this selected element into a step with Inputflow, like we have to do with any other step. Turn it into a step, and the step name is success message step. Obviously, you can choose your own name. Then create the step, and then we get the success message, create a new step called success message step. Perfect. Now this has been turned into an Inputflow step, but what we also have to do is we have to turn this submit button into a next button with Inputflow. So as you can see, this is not a normal button right here, but this is an actual submit button. You see, if I click on it, it says submit button. In Webflow, there are two types of buttons: normal buttons and submit buttons. The submit button you should only use at the final step of your form, and for all other buttons, the next and back buttons, you should use normal buttons. So you now have to turn this submit button into an Inputflow next button as well, so that it's a submit button and next button at the same time. So I click next button, and then we get the message turned element into a next button. And now we can publish the project, and once we've done that, we can go to the form editor, click on Load Elements at the top right. And now you can see our new step popped up in the left panel. And I can just drag it onto the canvas like I would with any other step, and then connect it to the delivery address. So now when the submit button inside of the delivery address step is clicked, which is also a next button, then Inputflow will suppress the default Webflow success message and instead will just show this success message step. Okay, let's take a quick look how this works on the live website. So I click on configure your pizza, medium, just make some selections here. I want a vegetarian pizza with falafel, $13. I want to give 10% tip. Fill out some information here for the delivery. And then I click on finalize order. And now you can see everything was submitted and we get this final success message. And as you might have noticed, if you set up this success message with the step in a custom way like we just did, then also the transition from the last step to the success step is really smooth. Because what happens when Webflow uses the default success state, it will just hide the entire form instantly and show the success message. But with the custom success message as a step, like we just did it, we have a nice fading transition between the final step and the success step.